Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel. When we're looking currently at the sets of Star Wars, we're moving into 1995 now, and as we discussed, we're doing this 1995 Star Wars WideVision. We are in part 2 when we're looking at the next 60 cards. It's 120 cards, so this is going to be the part 2 and finishing that one, so we can move into part Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi, and concluding the first part of WideVisions, because probably we're going to have episode 1 and episode 2 in later occasions, but in this case it's just the original trilogy. So yeah, sit, relax, enjoy, and we're gonna jump in straight into it. Let me. There you go. All right. So as we said, we are using tall card sleeves now because it's WideVision. It has nothing to do with standard. So these are perfect because it covers kind of the entirety of the card, and this costs nothing. This is 100 sleeves for, I don't know, $10 or something like that. It's probably 15 Australian, but they work perfectly. So we're using tall card sleeves for this one, not standards. All right, let's kick off. So we finish on card number 60 on the last episode, which is there you go. And we're gonna start with card number 61. As the Millennium Falcon caught in tractor beam, its towed closer to the awesome metal moon, the immense size of the Death Star becomes staggering. Running along the equator of the gigantic sphere is a mile-high band of huge docking ports into which the helpless smuggler ship is dragged. Nice. That ain't no moon. $61. We're gonna leave them there. $62. The helpless Millennium Falcon is pulled past a docking port control room and huge laser turret cannons. It is then pulled through one of the Death Star enormous port door, coming to rest in the hangar. That is actually the shot when they enter in the hangar. When they enter that thingy over there is that over there when they shoot it from inside. $62. $63. A line of Death Star stormtroopers stand before the captured Millennium Falcon as Darth Vader and a commander approach. Several heavy armored troopers exits the starship and reports to no one on board. Hangar 2037. That's another good name. $64. The Dark Lord and one of his commanders checks out the captured Millennium Falcon. I sense something, Vader wonders aloud. A presence I haven't felt since... and leave it there. He turns quickly and exits the hangar. Ralph McQuarrie, early drawings. 65. After the last investigating stormtrooper exits the Falcon, two floor panels suddenly pops up, revealing Captain Solo, his passengers, and a mooning Chewbacca. Solo shakes his head, muttering to himself. '66. With a bone-chilling howl, Chewbacca flattens the gantry officer with one blow. An aide immediately reaches for his pistol, but it blasts by Han Solo, dressed as Imperial Stormtrooper. Ben and the droids enter the room quickly, followed by Luke, also disguised as a Stormtrooper. '67. She's rich, Luke tells Han in an effort to gain his assistance on rescuing Princess Leia. The two devise a risky plan and set out along with Chewbacca for a detention area, leaving the droids behind in the command office. How rich. '68. Han and Luke try to look inconspicuous in their armored suits as they wait for a turbolift to arrive. Troops, bureaucrats, and droid bustle about, ignoring the trio completely. Only a few give a giant captured Wookiee a curious glance. '69. Disguised as stormtroopers, Han and Luke escort their Wookiee prisoners into the detention security area. Guards and gates are everywhere in the all-grade security station. A tall, grim-looking officer approached the trio. "Where are you taking this thing?" '70. Princess Leia and her rescuers exchange fire with stormtroopers in the detention area alcove. Finally, the princess grabbed Luke's gun and fired at a small grate in the wall next to Han, almost frying him. She jumps through the narrow opening as Han and Chewbacca looks in amazement. '71. Trapped in the garbage room, Han and Leia try to brace contracting walls with a pole. Chewbacca whines and tries to pound his way through and seal the door, while Luke tries desperately to contact 3PO through his comlink. '71. '72. Ben enters a humming service trench that powers the Death Star tractor beam. The old Jedi hedge edges his way along a narrow ledge leading to a control panel that connects two large cables. He carefully makes adjustments in the computer terminal and the tractor beam is shut off. The power generator. Trapped in the central core shaft, Luke fires back at attacking stormtroopers. Leia's hit a switch that pops the hatch door behind them shut, leaving them precariously perk on a short piece of breach overhang. Laser fire from troopers continue from all directions. '74. Luke and Leia swings across the treacherous abyss to the corresponding hatchway on the opposite side. Just as they reach the far side of the canyon, stormtroopers break through the hatch and begin to fire at the escaping duo. Luke returns the fire before ducking into tiny hallway. And that was a 3-meter thingy. Classic shot as well. '75. Vader and Ben Kenobi laser duel aboard the Death Star. As they hit the lightsaber together, lightning flashes. On impact, troopers look on and interested as the old Jedi and Dark Lord of the Sith continue the fight. Suddenly Luke, reunited with his friend several yards away, spots the battle. And there is a reimagine of this scene, which is a little bit more creative. That looks awesome. There is in YouTube, there is a video about that scene. Reimagine. 76. The stormtroopers turn towards Luke and begin firing him. The droids are already moving on the ramp into the Millennium Falcon, while Luke, transfixed by anger and awe at the apparent death of Ben Kenobi, returns their fire. Yep, shutting the door and getting the hell out of it. '77. With Han, Chewie, Leia, and Luke on the droid safely aboard, the Millennium Falcon powers away from the enormous Death Star, disappearing into the waste of space. '78. Luke, saddened by the loss of Obi-Wan, stares off blankly as the droid looks on. Leia puts a blanket around him protectively, and Luke turns and looks at her. She sits down beside him. Who's gonna train me now? '79. Firing laser beams, Imperial TIE fighters move towards the Millennium Falcon, each one weaving off to the left and right of a smuggler ship. One of the ships maneuvers in front of Han, who follows it and fires at the laser cannon. '80. Aboard the Millennium Falcon, Luke swivels in his gun mount, following an attacking TIE fighter with his laser cannon. Another fighter moves in on the starship, and Luke smiles, fires the laser cannon on it, scoring a spectacular direct hit. 81. After surviving the TIE Fighter's attack, the Millennium Falcon carrying the Empire homing beacon drifts into orbit around the planet Yavin and proceeds to one of its tiny green moons. And they put a beacon on Millennium Falcon. The moon of Yavin. The fourth moon of Yavin. And that triggers the Imperials to go after them because they know where they are. 82. The Millennium Falcon soars over the dense jungle that covers a good deal of the fourth moon of Yavin. It's heading for Princess Leia's rebel friends and the Masasi outpost. And this was filmed in Costa Rica. Yeah, this jungle-ish. O Nicaragua, somewhere like that. '83. So now, responding to the homing beacon planted above the Millennium Falcon, the Death Star ominously approached the red planet of Yavin. This will be a day-long remember that Vader boast to Grand Moff Tarkin. It has seen the end of Kenobi and will see the end of the rebellion. Getting ready. The Death Star moving into the Yavin space. And here comes the Battle of Yavin. 84. General Dodonna stands before a large electronic wall display. Leia and several other rebels are to one side of the giant readout. The low-ceiling room is filled with star pilots, navigators, and sprinkling R2-type droids. Everyone is listening intently to Dodonna's ambitious battle plan. Yep, we found a 3-meter thingy that you need to shut with the proton torpedoes perfectly. '85. In the main hangar decks of the Masasi outpost, flight crews rush around loading last-minute armaments and unlocking power couplings. In an area isolated from this activity, Luke finds Han and Chewbacca loading small boxes onto an armored speeder. Luke is both saddened and angry at the sight of the friend's departure. They got paid. And here for the money. '86. All final preparations are made for the approaching battle. The hangar is buzzing with last-minute activity as the pilots and crewmen alike make their final adjustments. The hum of activity is occasionally interrupted by the distorted voice of the loudspeaker issuing commands. X-Wings and Y-Wings getting ready for battle. '87. All that can be seen of the fortress is the long guard standing on a small watchtower, jutting out above the dense jungle. The mute animal sounds are overwhelmed by the thundering din of ion rockets as 4 silver starship catapult from the foliage in a TIE formation and disappear in the morning cloud cover. '88. Light from a distant sun creates an eerie atmospheric glow around the huge planet Yavin. Rebel fighters flying in formation settle ominously in the foreground and very slowly pull away. It's a classic shot as well. '89. In space, a group of H-wing fighters, or X-wing fighters, moves information toward the Death Star, unfolding their wings and locking them into the X position. Red leader voice can be heard over the intercom. We're passing through their magnetic field. Hold tight. Oh, nice. '90. Laser bolt strikes through the star-filled night. The Rebel X-wing fighters moving towards the Imperial base. As the Death Star aims its massive laser guns at the Rebel forces and fires, X-wing zooms across the surface and the Death Star. And let the battle begins. And we need more sleeves. All right. 91. Princess Leia, surrounded by generals and aides, paces nervously before a lighted computer table. On all sides, technicians work in front of many lighted glass walls. General Dodonna watches quietly beside Leia as the battle escalates. What the hell? Wedge? And we all know that Wedge it's the one surviving in all the battles. It's a good side character. 92. About the surface of the Death Star, 5 ferocious Imperial TIE ships dive into the Rebel fighters. 2 of the TIE fighters pulse off and drop out of frame. Keep up your visual scanning, said Red Leader over the intercom. With all this jamming, they will be on top of you before you can scope can pick them up. Nice. '93. The TIE fighter fires several laser bolts at Biggs, but misses. The young rebel pilot sees the TIE ship behind him and swings around, flying at high altitude. Biggs peels off and dives towards the Death Star surface, but he is unable to lose the TIE fighter, who sticks close to his tail. This is where the shots from World War II TIE fighters, speed fighters, came into play because they mimic what happened. 94. In this Massassi outpost war room, rebels use huge glass panels to monitor the battle. Behind them, a concerned Princess Leia, 3PO, Dodonna, and the other officers of the rebellion listen to the ship-to-ship communications on the room loudspeaker. 95. A TIE fighter on Luke's tail watch Wedge X-Wing approach. Another X-Wing joins him and both unleash a volley of laser fire on the Imperial fighter. It explodes, filling the screen with white light. Luke's ship can be seen far in the distance. And Wedge saved the day. '96. A wide-angle shot of the surface of the Death Star, revealing the seamless endless trench. Several of the Rel X-Wing fighters dive for the trench, then speed across it. Nice. '97. In the war room of Massassi Outpost, rebels monitoring the battle and line up in front of a series of sophisticated computer consoles. Off to the side, out of frame, General Dodonna moves to the intercom and punches the computer keys. Now look at where the Death Star is being filmed. Outside in the parking lot. '98. Two white winds skim the Death Star surface deep into the trench. As laser bolts tracks past on all sides, switch power to front deflector screens, announce Gold Leader over the intercom. The models. And they fail like 3 or 4 times because the target is so tiny. '99. 3 X-Wing fighters zoom across the surface of the Death Star. They are aggressively pursued by 3 Imperial TIE fighters, one commanded by Darth Vader. "I'll take them myself," Vader snapped to his subordinates, "cover me." And he shot all 3 down. '100. Front. Red Teen. What? Red 10 works at his control furiously, trying to avoid Darth Vader fighter behind him. But Vader's well-aimed laser fire proves to be unavoidable and strike Red 10's ship. Red 10 screams in anguish and pain as his ship explodes into flames. And Red 10 is out. '101. Laser bolts are flung from Vader's starfighter, connecting with Red Leader's Rebel X-Wing fighter. Red Leader buys it, creating a tremendous explosion far below. He screams and it's destroyed. '102. In the TIE fighter cockpit, Darth Vader's gloved hands make contact with the control sticks, and he presses their fire buttons. He scored a direct hit on the Rebel X-Wing, which bursts into million flaming bits and scatter across the Death Star surface. The parking lot as well. '103. Vader in the TIE fighter cockpit adjusts his controls and fires laser bolts at Big's X-Wing flying down the trench. The bolts find their mark, and Luke's Tatooine body is blown into infinity along with his ship. Adjusting controls. And he's also out. They were killing everybody. 104. In the Death Star control room, Tarkin glares at the projected target screen. "You may fire when ready," he announced through the intercom. An officer reaches up and pushes buttons on the control panel as green lighted buttons turn red. Now we're getting serious. Fire when ready. That's the helmet. (105). 3 TIE fighters move in on Luke as Vader centers fighter unleash a volley of laser fire. One of the TIE ships on his side is hit and explodes into flame. Vader's wingman searches around him, trying to locate the unknown attacker, just coming from above. (106). Yahoo! Shouts a grinning Han Solo as the Millennium Falcon strikes out of nowhere and heads right into 2 TIE fighters. Its collision course. (107). Princess Leia and the others listen to Han Solo's transmission. "You're all clear, kid," he tells Luke over the comlink. "Now let's blow this thing and go home." (108). His path cleared by Han Solo attacks on Vader, Luke's hold his breath. He concentrates on the exhaust port, then fires his laser torpedoes. The young Skywalker has turned off his targeting computer when Ben Kenobi voice exhorting him to use the Force. And that's John Williams scoring that moment with this theme. Nice. That was 1 in a million. 109. Luke's torpedoes shoot towards the port and seems to simply disappear into the surface and not explode, but the shots do find their mark and have gone into the exhaust port and are heading for Death Star main reactor. (110). The Rebel spaceship have raced out of sight, leaving the moon like Death Star alone against the blanket of stars. Several small flashes appear on the sphere's surface. The Death Star bursts into a supernova, creating a spectacular heavenly display. And there are several versions of the explosion. You got the original and then the special edition, which goes across with CGI, but the original is impactful enough. 111. Han Solo congratulates Luke on the ultimate job well done. "Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million." He tells the young farmer turned hero over his headset. "Clearly the Force will be with you, Luke, always." (112). Darth Vader's TIE fighter has been knocked out of the trench when his wingmen panicked and collided with him, following Han Solo's surprise attack. Now Vader's damaged ship spins off into space, and finally he gains controls over it. 113. Leaving the blow-up Death Star behind, the rebel ships, including the Millennium Falcon, raced towards the fourth moon of Yavin. Coming back. Luke, Han, Wedge, one Y-wing, and that's it. That's all what's left. 114. Leia throws her arms around Luke and hugs him as they dance around a circle. Solo runs in towards Luke and they embrace one another, slapping each other on the back. I knew you'd come back. I just knew it, Luth. Oh. "115. Luke, Han, and Chewbacca enters the huge ruins of the temple Great Assemble Hall. Hundreds of troops are lined up neat rows. Banners are flying, and at the far end stand a vision of white, the beautiful young Princess Leia." That's the camera. That's the shot from behind. "116. Princess Leia is dressed in a long white dress and is quite beautiful. She raises and places a gold medallion around Han's neck. He winks. She then repeats the ceremony with Luke, who's moved by the event. The winky winky. Proudly displaying their medals, Luke and Han turns and face the assembled troops, who all bow before them. Chewbacca growls, and R2-D2 shine up and fully repaired stands up alongside an equally pristine C-3PO. "118. While applause greets Luke, Han, and the others as they face the assembled troops in the Great Assemble Hall, General Dodonna and several other dignitaries stand beside Princess Leia. Ironically, Darth Vader was right. This will be a day long remember, a day of joy for all the sentient beings who cherished freedom." "119. A magnificent panoramic collage of Star Wars scenes and themes painted by Tommy Young. This illustration was used in various foreign posters campaigns and served as the cover for the US souvenir program books. Italian poster. Oh, nice. This is the original poster. Oh, this is a nice picture. And the last one, boys. 120. An elaborate Japanese poster for Star Wars. By Western standards, most Japanese promotional graphics tend to be on the busy side. Given the thrill, the second nature of the film this poster is promoting, it all seems to work. That's the Japanese promo. Oh, it's nice. That's a thumbnail there. And that is, my friends, the first set of 120 cards for Star Wars. What we're going to do next is we're going to jump into the next episode to Empire Strikes Back, which is the same format, 2 parts, 60 card each. And that's pretty much. Then we need to start thinking about moving into Return of the Jedi, and I'm keen to watch the Star Wars Galaxy series. I think there are very good art there, and it's related to the movie, but the cards are not representing the movie. It's kind of art, at least what I saw in the first 2 series or something like that. But we'll see. I'm keen to see those 8 series moving forward. But we need to finish the WideVision first, so that's objective number 1. Apart from that, as you can see, we have the Vault, our eBay store. When I'm offering a lot of stuff here. Yesterday I was posting PS4 games that I need to just sell. And you can see that we're selling this first WideVision set for only $69.90 Australian dollars. So we can keep buying other stuff. So if you like something here, go and check it out, and we start from there. Yeah. So, and that will be much it. I would like to thank everybody actually for the support and the likes and comments. And thank you very much. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell button so you can help us enormously with this 4,000 watch time hours that we need to comply with to get monetized. So that's our first objective. So again, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. So cheers for now. The next one is going to be Empire Strikes Back WideVision. So that's going to be wild. So thank you very much, and I will see you then.